I think also of genre and your screenplay, the one I read for Family Getaway, which is really, really funny, and it's an action film, but it also has this heart there. And that's what set it apart for me. Was it really, there's like a family
Thank you.
development there, and especially between the mom and dad. So it's not characters. Actually, it's
well, the
genre,
main romance is
it's
between the mom and the dad, which is a little weird.
a little odd, but it works, right?
Thank you.
And so, tell me what you think about genre as a like a platform for creating an idea or a world.
Yeah, I mean, I remember one of the things I think, for me personally, resonated most for me with Wesleyan was they had all the, when I was there at least, there were all these different genre classes you could take. So I took action adventure with you, I took melodrama with Lisa, I took the Western with Richard Slotkin. And you'd watch, 20, 30, 50 films from a single genre, and you'd see the genre develop over, the course of film history over 100 years. And you'd study it, and what you'd see is that, you can tell almost any kind of story, really, in most of these genres. Once you understand the rules of the genre, and you understand kind of the sandbox that you're playing in, you can kind of use that genre to tell any kind of story that you happen to be interested in. And some genres kind of fit with some stories better than others. But I think why I always gravitated more towards, I love the Western, I loved action, I loved melodrama, I liked kind of stuff that went to extremes in some way. And I liked stuff that, like you said, had emotion. And I felt like all those genres were, you could have so much fun with the formal stuff. You could do so much fun filmmaking. You could, like we were talking about with Mission Impossible 4, you could have these great set pieces, or in a Western, you can, you can use the camera to tell the story in such an interesting way. But at its heart, you're telling an emotional, small, kind of intimate story about human beings in some way. And those are always the movies that I connect to the most, and that's at least the stuff I try to write.
It's our disagreement about Mission Impossible 4.
It is our disagreement about Mission Impossible 4. I think 3 is.
Can you tell me what you're doing now?
So I have a writing partner, and so we're making our way. We're trying to as professional writers. So the script we sold is in development at Warner Brothers, and then we sold a remake of The Bodyguard, Lawrence Kasdan and I guess Mick Jackson's movie from the 90s. Whitney Houston just died, it's very sad. We sold that to Warner Brothers. So we just turned in the draft for The Bodyguard remake the other day. And now we're about to pitch 2 movies and try to sell those. So it's really, trying to get as much work as we can while also writing the movies that we're interested in. Because what we're interested in doesn't always necessarily overlap with what Hollywood wants to make. So you're trying to find that kind of sweet spot where you're giving them something they want to do, but you're also writing something that you find, rewarding and fulfilling, and a movie that we want to go see in theaters.
But they know you and they want to see your screenplays.
Well, I guess so. I hope so. For now, at least. We'll see.
Yeah. Good. Well, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
I'll see you very soon in the classroom.
In the classroom to talk about Lethal Weapon.
Indeed.